Perma-Freeze. The urban farm skyscraper loomed over the city like the jagged bones of a giant, its rusted framework a silent reminder of grand dreams left to decay. Vines clung to the metal, weaving patches of green over steel, while below the city buzzed with technological noise. Phones chimed, neon signs blinked, and beneath it all, the hum of the city's electronic pulse. Isaac stood at the edge, looking out over his unfinished realm. The wind slipped through the gaps in the structure, carrying the scent of missed chances and fading ambitions. This place was supposed to be his second chance, a way to drown out the whispers of failure that haunted him. Instead, it had become a monument to his obsolescence. His hand twitched with the ghostly vibration of a phone he no longer carried. The world had moved on, leaving him behind as a relic in a landscape he once helped shape. As a former tech entrepreneur, he had come to hide among the greenery he wanted to cultivate, yet here he was, lost among ruins of both metal and mind. The skyline was dotted with drones, and one of them carried Riley, the filmmaker whose camera sought truths best left hidden. From above, the city looked peaceful, chaos smoothed into patterns. But Riley knew better. She had seen the cracks beneath the surface, the stories that clawed at sanity, begging to be told. Her drone landed smoothly on the building's rooftop, the propellers slicing through the air as she disembarked. She carried her camera like a charm, both a tool of creation and destruction. Her eyes met Isaac's, a flicker of shared recognition passing between them. They were both burdened by past mistakes, a weight pressing on their bones. As Riley set up her gear, Malik arrived. He entered with the quiet intensity of a storm ready to break. The heir of a polluting dynasty, every move was a rebellion against himself. Dressed in an eco-warrior's garb, faded jeans and a jacket of recycled fabric, he scanned the horizon with a zealot's focus. Malik's skin tingled with anticipation and guilt, the skyscraper above him both refuge and executioner. Elena was last, stepping from the shadows of her own disillusionment. The food scientist carried a wariness that dragged each step through the mire of broken promises. Her research, once a beacon of hope, now felt like a cruel joke. She had fled war, seeking peace in science, only to find herself trapped again in human folly. Together they were a coalition of the broken and haunted, each drawn to the urban farm by desperation and ambition. The wind sharpened, hinting at change, and Isaac motioned them to gather. "Here's the deal," he began, his voice trying to wrest control from chaos. "The city's drowning in its own waste, and we've got the tools to fix it. Or to show it." Riley cut in, her voice slicing through Isaac's optimism. "This place is a story waiting to be told." "More like a nightmare," Malik muttered, eyes on the distant skyline where smog gathered like an open wound. Elena said nothing, her mind drifting through fields too vivid to be real. Her gaze settled on the ground, where weeds thrived amidst rubble, a silent testament to resilience in ruin. That's when they noticed it, a flicker in the air, like a ripple in glass. The digital facade peeled back, revealing something seething beneath the surface of reality. Their phones chimed in unison, not with a notification, but a dirge, low and guttural. The app, once used to simulate environmental futures, had changed. Its screen pulsed with a red bioluminescence, mapping out a city already burned, vines strangling streets, blood-black roots pulsing through concrete. Then it spoke. "Submit, feed the root, cleanse the rot." Riley's camera spun wildly, her footage looping backward as if the story were rewriting itself. Every shot distorted, mouths widened into silent screams, eyes stretched, moments reversed into impossible angles. Her device hissed, hot in her hand, until she dropped it. It slithered away on the floor like a severed tail. Malik screamed, not from fear, but rapture. His lungs convulsed, choking on air suddenly thick with spores. Vines erupted from the cracks in the rooftop, not metal, not plant, but something in between. They twisted around him like lovers. He didn't resist. "I see it now," he whispered as thorns punctured his skin. "This is the reset." He vanished in a writhing tangle, bones cracking like branches underfoot. Elena stumbled back, eyes wide as her hands sprouted thin fungal filaments. She clawed at her skin, but the mutations spread, her veins lighting up like root networks. She screamed for logic, for science, but no algorithm could explain this. She fell to her knees as the crops behind her bloomed violently, petals screaming as they opened. Isaac ran. down the rusted stairs, through hollow halls echoing with laughter that wasn't human. Each screen he passed flashed his own face, distorted, eyes missing. One screen flickered to life, showing the rooftop. Riley still stood there, not filming, streaming. The app had taken her eyes, replaced them with lenses. She smiled without warmth. "You gave it everything," she said. "It just needed a story." The vines found Isaac at the stairwell, but this time they didn't pull him under. They pushed him back up, back to the rooftop, back to the broadcast, back to the feed. The app glowed brighter, its screen now the sky itself, and above the city, people looked up from their phones mesmerized, faces flickering in unnatural light. Below, no one screamed. They only watched. As the green cathedral of code and growth consumed the skyline, Isaac understood the truth. They weren't saving the world, they were germinating it.